to my channel, Inner Flame Wellness. So for this video, I wanted to talk about something a little different and instead do a book review, because reading more books has been a huge goal of mine for the past few years. So what better book to help me make this a habit than this one? Atomic Habits by James Clear. I have been following James Clear's work for a while now, and I am a huge fan. So James Clear is an awesome storyteller, and I love how he always finds a way to connect his stories to the points that he's talking about. So in a nutshell, what Atomic Habits is about, it's about the laws of behavior change. So if you're currently struggling to create a good habit, or perhaps break any bad ones, this book is for you. I found this book really easy to read and really easy to follow along, and I appreciated that every chapter ended with a chapter summary, which was a really nice recap on some of the key concepts that James talks about. And he also includes really helpful diagrams and charts that serve as really nice visuals, and he also includes additional online resources that help supplement the ideas in his book. So there are so many helpful strategies listed in this book, and they are really practical and easy to implement. And some of the strategies include things like habit stacking and implementation intention. I personally use the implementation intention strategy to establish a solid reading routine. So by simply getting more specific on the task that you're trying to achieve and stating where and when you're going to do it, helps you from getting distracted and from getting derailed on your progress. Some of my other favorite takeaways from the book. Goals are great for setting a direction, but it is your system that will be better at making progress. And this is totally true in the example of my goal for reading more books. So I could set the goal of reading, say, 10 books in a year, but it is my system of choosing to read for 30 minutes each night that will help me reach that goal in the long run. Also, by being 1% better every day, you can be 37 times better after 1 year, meaning tiny changes make a big difference. Again, it doesn't feel like much when I'm only reading a few pages each night, but in the long run, this is helping me to achieve my goal of reading more books. Also, my favorite quote from the book: you don't have to be the victim of your environment. You can be the architect of it. And it was this concept that helped motivate me to finally clean up the garage, because I was making the excuse that it was too dirty, too dark, and too cluttered for me to work out in. But when I realized that this excuse was holding me back, I finally did what was necessary, and I now have a functional workout room. I also used that same motivation to clean up our spare bedroom so I could have my own personal working space. So by tweaking these things in my environment, I have seen my level of productivity increase. Lastly, another great point that James Clear makes in his book: habits do not restrict freedom. They create it. Without good financial habits, you'll always be struggling for that next dollar, or without good sleep habits, you're always going to be low on energy. So without good habits in place, you're always going to be struggling in some aspect of your life. And you can't improve a habit if it doesn't exist. So it does require a certain level of self-awareness in order to create a habit change. So if you can make your habits easy, obvious, attractive, and satisfying, you'll be well on your way towards positive behavior change and getting that much closer to accomplishing your goals. So I'll be putting in the description below a link to James Clear's website if you want to follow more of his work. I find it very inspiring, and he does put out a great weekly newsletter. And I am not paid or sponsored in any way to promote this book. I just loved it so much that I wanted to talk about it and share it with you guys, because I did find it super helpful in establishing better habits in my life. So if you found that this book review was helpful and you'd like to follow along for more weekly videos, please hit that subscribe button. It's obviously helped me to establish a solid reading routine, so I'm going to be looking forward to doing more of these book review videos in the future, and a lot of the topics that interest me revolve around money mindset, self-improvement, and of course anything in the health and wellness sphere. If you do get around to reading this book, please comment below and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, it's your support that makes all the difference, and I really do appreciate it. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye!